so I can go fly high with the ones above. Yeah, I don't wanna be judged, I just wanna be me. Even though we buy chains, we just wanna be free. I don't wanna be judged, I just wanna be me. We just wanna be free. You got to be the one the people looking up to. Yeah, I tried to reach the sun, but got me stuck to my shoes. Yeah, you got to be the one the people looking up to. Yeah, I tried to reach the sun, but got me stuck to my shoes. I'm only human. I'm not perfect, just a person. I'm only human. Sometimes happy, sometimes nervous. I'm only human. I'm not perfect, just a person. I'm only human. Sometimes happy, sometimes nervous. The pros and the cons of being a bomb, baby. You can have the ticket, might not be your time, but oftentimes I gotta remind myself to combine my thoughts and never deny my help. A whole lot richer and a whole lot quicker, but I had to slow it down, cause I ain't no grave digger. White folks yelling, yo, that's a brave. Paparazzi taking pictures like I'm in a cage. I don't wanna be judged, I just wanna be me. Even though we buy chains, we just wanna be free. I don't wanna be judged, I just wanna be me. We just wanna be free. You got to be the one the people looking up to. Yeah, I tried to reach the sun, but got me stuck to my shoes. Yeah, you got to be the one the people looking up to. Yeah, I tried to reach the sun, but got me stuck to my shoes. I'm only human. I'm not perfect, just a person. I'm only human. Sometimes happy, sometimes nervous. I'm only human. I'm not perfect, just a person. I'm only human. Sometimes happy, sometimes nervous.
I go to work and I settle it. I got the food and the medicine. I am the truth and I'm menacing. Look at my face, I'm a veteran. I don't complain about youngins. Look at the money that's coming. It's open for anyone buzzing. Shout out to Taliban Button. I am the spitter for real.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between our visitors and our home team. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young, rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 84 yards. And the Longhorns have taken a first-quarter lead. One play in the end zone on the long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline, and my coach said, so what did a scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him?
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point. I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. On play action, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Young. That one complete to Earl Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this results in 6. Touchdown from 17 yards out. And the Longhorns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray now sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there on 3rd down. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Shotgun now from Murray. They'll roll him out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Peterson. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They go screen. He finds Campbell. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Young to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Young with it, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Running for it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business. We know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there to go for. I get it if it's late 4th quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more than a gut feeling there. Had to be just total confidence they would pick it up.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Steps away. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he is caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Play action. Now it's Murray out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They toss it left side to Peterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. On the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And here's Young. This might be a free play. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Again, they run with Campbell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Throw left side complete. That's Holmes. Touchdown! A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Longhorns have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Forced out to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Campbell making the catch. Touchdown! Earl Campbell, 35 yards. And the Longhorns add 6 to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It's certainly it.
Here's a diving catch right side. A gain of 6 there on first. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Caught here by Bell. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Buying time to his left. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now Young on 4th down. Steps away to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Another extra point opportunity here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Murray has the first down and more. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
don't take for the game, she no pitas. I decide bad mind from a distance. But this sweet happy. Oh, Doguni Misha, show you the confirm for your speaker. This time I call chopsticks for assistance. Show we they blow your mind, Afghanistan. Kilometers. I don't come kilometers. I don't walk that many kilometers. Learn from the teacher. I don't take for the game, she no pitas. I decide bad mind from a distance. Not this sweet happy. When you come, make I give you digits. When's the last time somebody did it like this? So much I saw my wrist. That's why everybody hating on me like Chris. Kilometers. I don't come kilometers. I don't walk that many kilometers. People think I be Johnny just come. Like I just got rich, like my money just come. Send them back to where they come from. For talking like the product of a ton. Southside me come from, me no care, my brother. One side, sit down for one chair, my brother. Come try, me will make you disappear, my brother. Long time it takes to reach here, my brother. Kilometers. I don't come kilometers. I don't walk that many kilometers. Learn from the teacher. I don't take for the game, she no pitas. I decide bad mind from a distance. Not this sweet happy.
Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between our visitors and our home team. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go on EA Sports. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Murray going to throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Bring it. Touchdown. C.D. Lamb. 70 yards. And the Sooners have taken the early lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. Williams to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Young off the play fake, rolling to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Open man right side, it's Lamb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Sooners have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, Young rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Young off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Hook up a 15 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Off the play fake, Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Murray off play action. Murray fighting. Lost the football. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Lamb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball. Oh, wide open, complete, 20, 10, 5. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the gun, Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Being chased out left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dumps this one off to Campbell. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
It's Young on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Young eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing, Young steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this 2nd half. Williams now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal.
And Owen coughed it up. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans, his second sack of the night. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Third and long for Young. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On play action, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now here's Young. Flushed out right. The ball comes out. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable two-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first. And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch the defense completely unaware.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. A big play there on the screen pass. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. They'll roll him out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. And this is caught by Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
He's got his tailback, Ricky Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To the air once more, Young. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might...
He's got a man, complete, the 20, and touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His second touchdown of the night. And the Sooners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. And they got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incomplete.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Young now. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10. It past the 30, almost to the 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a first down throw for Young. He'll buy some time right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 26 yards. And the Longhorns are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it in the end zone. Bit of a surprising call here, down by as many as they are, but the fake works, and they'll get 2 points closer instead of 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That's what we doing. I don't even gotta say I'm the queen of my city no more, man. They know I'm the queen, man. They already jacked that. Yeah, man. I can never lose. What you thought? I'm the queen of New York. You shred life. I'm a big stepper. I bleed when I walk. Big flexer. This is chess, not checkers. My checks up. When they talk down, tell them bless up. I ain't giving no lecture. No.
Gotta make the right decision, no, it might just be my last. People view everything different when you touching on the back. What you see as good intentions is for clout and hitters mad. You can never be a subject carry, gotta wear a mask. They be pulling at you, grabbing at you, pop up trying to change you. I built my own foundation and there ain't no rearranging. Moving careful every day is exactly how I played it. Not looking for number one, but that's exactly how I'm pacing. I got choices, I'm getting opinion from so many voices. Bring the horses so I can get up away from all the noise. Too many people tell me what I should do, I take it and laugh. They not knowing if I mess up, I can end up falling flat. If I write a bad tweet, lagging in my whole street. If I give them what they wanted, I'm gonna be broke in a week. If I tell my baby no, she might get it from the street. If I'm not tough on my son, he might grow up to be weak. What do I do? I'm new to having cameras in my face. What do I do to keep getting the love from my stage? What do I do to keep the money coming in? What do I do? Writing it till I need another pen. Gotta make the right decision, no, it might just be my last. People view everything different when you touching on the back. What you see as good intentions is for clout and hitters mad. You can never be a subject carry, gotta wear a mask. They be pulling at you, grabbing at you, pop up trying to change you. I built my own foundation and there ain't no rearranging. Moving careful every day is exactly how I played it. Not looking for number one, but that's exactly how I'm pacing. Like Jesse Owens, cause I'm taking off with the race. Put the these cameras in my face. I never knew that I would get the love from my stage. Stay with the blue, always keep the money coming in. Ain't nothing new, writing until I need another pen. Gotta make the right decision, no, it might just be my last. People view everything different when you touching on the back. What you see as good intentions is for clout and hit is mad. You can never be except you carry, gotta wear a mask. They be pulling at you, grabbing at you, pop up trying to change you. I built my own foundation and there ain't no rearranging. Moving careful every day is exactly how I play this. Not looking for number one, but that's exactly how I'm placing.
I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that.
Yeah, what's up?
Eat 'em up, yo.
Yeah, I was on a little diet.
Eat 'em
Ready
up.
for the summer. Even if they
Eat
don't
'em
want
up,
it, we
yo.
gon' give it to them.
Eat 'em up. If I don't do nothing, I serve. Really, I'm super absurd. Got 'em all dead like purge. Leaving speechless, no words. Leaving speechless, no. Coming in first and third. Tight fit, showing my lights, camera, action like verbs. Going hard for my sisters. Hurry up, take my picture. Heels hurt, I got blisters. Touchdown, make me richer. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that.
Yeah, what's up?
Eat 'em up, yo.
Yeah, I was on a little diet.
Eat 'em
Ready
up.
for the summer. Even if they
Eat
don't
'em
want
up,
it, we
yo.
gon' give it to them.
Eat 'em up. I could do it better than he can. Really like that, no pretend. Had to get him back just to revenge. I'ma go to Paris for the weekend. I'ma go with it for the weekend. Sports mode, cause I be speeding. No safety, I'm bleeding. I can never fumble, I defend. Going hard for my sisters. Hurry up, take my picture. Heels hurt, I got blisters. Touchdown, make me richer. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that. And they hate that. And they hate that.
Yeah, what's up?
Eat 'em up, yo.
Yeah, I was on a little diet.
Eat 'em
Ready
up.
for the summer. Even if they
Eat
don't
'em
want
up,
it, we
yo.
gon' give it to them.
Eat 'em up.
Back again up in this entertainment for you. Come for my M's, you get this double. Straight to your bubble. In this game because I love the trouble. So watch your tone if you don't wanna rumble. You pop like my. Did you forget we know you not with any inch of the real. So stop it. I ain't knocking your little hustle, but watch it. I would hate to hear that loud ooh, chitty chitty bang, chitty chitty bang. Oh, them cannons ring, yes, them cannons ring. Make sure you photo ready when you see the game. I thought I told you lames, we are not the same.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up.
Only religion was the moolah. Made a couple million, hallelujah. Daddy was a tutor. Called a homeschooler. Never did homework. I was going home with the work, no tutor. Used to have enough. Grew up with the hustlers and the killers. Now I'm kicking it with Puffy in the villa. Chillin'. Click full of zombies like Thriller. Got real. About to get real. That's just how I'm feeling. That's just how I'm feeling. Duh. I ain't trying to make a living. I'm out here trying to make a
feeling.
Hey, Belly, them ready?
When I touch down, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's
Them
just
girl
how I
a
feel.
red eye, never make right. Me, they are suffer life, them a get by. Never bow for the fame, heads high. Never come so all them a see a tail light. Been a real from the ghetto. I ain't never gon' switch, that's facts though. Can't get me out like Stain. I'ma grow tough, I'ma know pain. Haters talk with a bad tongue. Can't break me, twiddly so dumb. I'ma be a giant P5 from doing it so big like Drake, I'm on one. My big box got me feeling so bossy like Lauren Hill. Me, I kill them softly. This a girl rather fi be cold and naughty. Cause if my too loyal, then it's gon' cost me. And that's just how I feel. Yeah.
That's just how I'm feeling.
That's how I feel.
Dog, that's just how I'm feeling. When I touch down, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I'm feeling.